Hello everyone, this is Astocky here. Welcome to a quick tutorial video. In this video what I'm going to show you is, well, actually let's just open Minecraft up and I'll start by showing you what it's about and then I'll show you how I made it work. So this is, it's in the background, adding lots of stuff, installing lots of stuff. So here we go, single player and Thaumcraft 2. So for those of you who've been asking, no, Thaumcraft 2 is not part of my pack. Thaumcraft 2 will not be part of my pack, and the basic reason for that is that it's not multiplayer compatible, so it really limits what you can actually do. And the other reason is it requires the Buildcraft 3 API to work properly, and I'm not totally sure how stable that is when you don't have Buildcraft 3 installed. I think what will happen is it just won't correctly work with Buildcraft pipes, but I'm not sure if that's going to result in crashing errors or anything basically breaking itself. But just so you can see, we scroll down a bit through NEI here, flickety flickety flick, there we go, we have, where does it start? There we go, it starts at 197. No, 196, which is Buildcraft plants, taints, different kinds of logs, then all the crucibles. If I spawn, if I spawn a few of these puppies in, we'll call in a crucible, we'll go for a furnace, what about some tank, reinforced tanks. Brazier of Souls, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds really cool. Let's go for some filters. Probably going to need some conduits. Let's go for, just to make sure we have lots of Viz or V's. Now put my little arcane furnace thing underneath there. So I guess what I'm really demonstrating here is that it does work, but what I'm also getting at is that I'm not going to provide support for this because there are a number of pretty serious issues that can happen with the API kind of messed up, and also it's not multiplayer compatible. So that basically means that I'm not going to install it as part of my pack, and if there's problems, you're sort of on your own. But this is just an install video to show you that it does work anyway, and to show you how to do it, so you can see that everything's kind of doing its own thing. It's all sort of working. There you have a silverwood tree. So now to the important part, I guess, which is how to install it. So the first thing that you will need to do is you will need to go to, sorry about that, you'll need to go to the Minecraft forum mod page and actually download Thaumcraft 2. So it is, I've gone too far too fast, definitely gone too far too fast. It was here at the top just a moment ago. There we go, Thaumcraft 2. So now you just come down here and you do the add fly download to download it, and once it downloads you need to save it, not in the downloads folder because like I said I don't support it, so it's not part of the installer. You need to save it in your Minecraft mods folder, so save it in here, and then once you do that I will just delete this so it's just like I've just copied it in. Then when you run Minecraft, you will see that it won't work. It will sort of hang here for a while and think about things for a while. And then it gives you a crash. And the crash that it gives you is that block 249 is already used by something else. So obviously that's not good, that means it doesn't work. So now you go to .minecraft, go to the config, and there's a new file called Thaumcraft 2 config. So we'll open that up. Whatever particular program you want to use will work. And I'll just close some of these other ones out of the background. And so the next thing that you're going to want to open up is in the same folder as where you put your installer is a file called blockids.txt. Now what that particular file does is it contains a list of all of the blocks that are used by the mod pack. So down here you can see that there are the free block IDs and then there are the full ones again. So starting at 196 is the first free ID. So you come to your blocks here and you put 196, 197, 198, 199, and then 200. And then we want to jump to 204, and then 205, 06, 07, 08, and 209. And then we'll go back to make sure that those are all free. Yep, so we've now used these ones here and these ones here. So we can now save that file. And now if we launch Minecraft, you will see that if everything has gone well and worked, that we will not get that same error. There we go. So now my world that I just created won't work because I didn't write down what block IDs I used last time. But if I now create a new world, we'll call it Thaumcraft 2 again. Everything should go swimmingly sweet. There you go. So it's important to know that you need to create a brand new world for Thaumcraft 2 to work correctly. Look at that, some oil right near the surface. So you need to create a brand new world for Thaumcraft 2 to work correctly because it needs to spawn all of its different things in that it spawns, and it needs to calculate aura levels for the world, and there's lots of different things that it needs to do to work correctly, and the only way to really get that to happen is to start afresh. And like I said, I'm not supporting the install of this because it will break multiplayer compatibility. So I'm not going to provide the config file for people to do this. I've told you how to do it, so it's pretty simple to do, and I won't make an automated installer for it. But it does work for those of you who are more interested in playing single player than potentially playing multiplayer. And well, I guess I loosely say that it does work. It does load and the blocks seem to work. I haven't actually tried doing anything with the mod yet. Oh, there's a great wood tree, which it's kind of a little bit gappy, but you know, it all seems to be like it's working well. So I mean, everything seems to be working the way that it should, which is I guess what you want when you install a mod. But I haven't extensively play tested it, and I'm not going to. So if you have any questions, you know, please feel free to ask the questions. But yeah, I'm not going to provide an automated installer for it, and I'm not going to provide my config. So thank you very much for watching. Astocky out.